Hello and welcome to Greta Never Gretel. Today we're going to be talking about 5 philosophers that shaped American government. The first philosopher is a philosopher we probably know pretty well if you've taken any sort of government class. And his name is John Locke. John Locke is known for his contributions to the social contract theory, which 2 of our other philosophers have greatly impacted. The social contract theory states that government was formed to protect the natural rights of its citizens. John Locke felt that these natural rights were life, liberty, and property, which sounds a little familiar because a version of it sits in our Declaration of Independence as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. He also felt that if you had a pretty crappy government, it was your responsibility as a citizen to overthrow it, which is a pretty big responsibility. Our second philosopher, Thomas Hobbes, he felt that government was what it was, and once you created a government, you couldn't overthrow it because crappy government was better than no government at all. And in a sense, he's right, but honestly, I don't know. I think I'd take my chances. Our third philosopher was also a social contract philosopher who wrote a book called The Social Contract, and his name is Jean-Jacques Rousseau. He was a French philosopher who felt that in order to enter into this contract, you had to sacrifice certain liberties to maintain equal liberties for everyone. So you can't just go speeding down a highway at 90 miles per hour because that infringes on somebody else's liberty of life. It also infringes your own liberty of life, just so you know. And so his philosophy kind of shaped the foundations of the social contract theory. Our next philosopher is Baron de Montesquieu. Baron de Montesquieu is also a French philosopher, was also a French philosopher. If that man's still alive, I applaud him. Where did he find the Sorcerer's Stone, huh? Baron de Montesquieu was a strong believer in the separation of powers. So to him, a government that holds all power in one place isn't a very effective nor helpful government. Our last and my personal favorite philosopher is another French one called Voltaire. All right, you probably heard of him. He was an interesting dude, like good gracious. I probably am gonna make an entire video about him and his antics because good God, this man. But he felt that freedom of speech and religion was just as important as everything else because you need to be able to express yourself. A lot of his writings were banned in France, so I guess it makes some sense. But a little fun fact, Voltaire has been chased out of several countries at bayonet point. Yeah. Oh, good old times. That's all for today. I thank you for watching / listening, and I hope you learned something. Stick around.